I do believe he can play safety. It's new for him, so we're going to give him some work there. Then you'll see days in the base where will play some corner.
I mean, it's a little tough, but you just got to be able to understand the defense. And the only difference, I mean, there's a lot of similarities between nickel and safety.
You've been lining up on both sides of the field in camp this year. What's that been like for you, and are you excited about the possibility of maybe traveling with some guys this year?
Man, it's been good. Just working both sides since OTAs. I feel good, and whatever they ask of me, I'm gonna do it.
Say about 26 to be exact. I was 330, so 330 weighing in. They wanted me between the 30s, so 339 to 330. Came in at 330. Should I take my shirt off so I can see it?
Give me some respect right now.
What's going on, everybody? Day 2 of training camp in the books here at the NovaCare Complex. And a lot of things happened today. Cooper played safety again on defense. Devonta Smith got involved in the offense. But the team's going to go as far as the quarterback takes them, which is what we saw last year. In 2 days through camp, it is absurd the amount of passes Jalen Hurts is completing. I've covered a lot of training camp practices. Last year, obviously, he set the record, 305 throws without an interception. But what really stands out this year is he just completes everything he throws. I've seen him practice 5 times now since they won the Super Bowl back in February. He is 86 of 93. He's like 93% completion percentage. And, you know, I know people will say, well, he's not throwing it down the field and he's doing easy completion throws. Guess what? Easy completion throws are what wins in the NFL. And I think what this shows is, because I've seen Jalen practice since he was a rookie, he has a clear understanding of this offense and what he's looking at.
Day 2 of Eagles training camp, a huge day for the Eagles defense. We saw those starting cornerback roles switch today. Adoree Jackson getting first team reps over Keely Ringo. Basically every single first team rep, you're seeing a different starting safety in there, including Cooper Dejean. When the Eagles are in base defense, you're seeing a lot of Cooper Dejean. And then when they go back to nickel, Cooper stays on the field. A.J. Brown giving high praise for Cooper Dejean.
We had talked about that during OTAs. You know, he's going to be one that, you know, that pushes me every single day to make sure that I'm playing at a high level, no matter the day, to work towards that, which is pretty cool coming from a guy who's been all pro, you know, multiple times.
Jordan Davis telling us he lost 26 pounds this offseason, knowing he's going to have to take a bigger role on this Eagles defense, and his teammates, they're taking notice.
Oh, big dog moving. Big dog moving. He doing more reps than me right now, man. He is rolling. I love to see his weight. I love to see his attitude. I love to see his effort. We 100% feed off each other, but when I look at him and he not tired, I be like, ain't no way in him. Let me tighten up. Like, let me get going, man. But he looked good. He has a great weight on him, and he's choking for us to pass him now a little bit.
Got plenty more.
Hey, Coop, can you sign a card?
What do you think of Coop? It's awesome, isn't he?
Yeah.
Awesome dude.
Thanks, Coop. Thank you.
Are you ready, boys? Get next to him, guys. Ready?
What do you guys say?
Say cheese. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
What do you like about safety? I mean, it's a different perspective back there. You know, I'm still kind of getting used to being back there and playing that position. There's some differences, some similarities from nickel and safety. But right now I'm still learning the position and trying to get comfortable back there.
There's a lot of snaps that need to be filled, obviously, with Slay and CJ going. What have you seen just from the competition from some of your teammates with some of that playing time up for grabs?
Yeah, it's been great. You know, that's the biggest thing. You know, everybody, you know, we talk about, you know, competing every single day. You know, and people know those positions that are open, and you know, those guys everybody's out here competing. You know, to keep their job. You know, to take over a job. You know, whatever it may be. You know, it's only second day, but you know, guys are out here competing.
Do you have a preference between, you know, bouncing around maybe in base or safety and then moving to nickel, or do you prefer, like, this is my job and I can concentrate it before we go?
No preference really. You know, obviously when we're in base, I have to come off the field. You know, so finding a way to stay on the field. You know, and just trusting the coaches and, you know, them putting me in the right position, whether it's safety, corner, in base, obviously nickel when we're in nickel. You know, but trusting those coaches, you know, to put me where they think I fit best, you know, where I can make that difference.
What's it like?
Has it kind of improved your overall knowledge of the defense?
Yeah, 100%. That's what I tried to do. You know, when I first got in here, was learn all 3 positions. You know, because I knew there was a chance I could play, you know, any of those 3 positions. So I've been doing that since last year. You know, the difference is just being out there and actually getting reps at that position.
What's it like processing having to like go back and forth from like different positions? Not only like, you know, series to series, but probably like play to play on at times, like going from nickel to safety and then corner and everything like that.
I mean, it's a little tough, but you know, you just got to be able to understand the defense, and you know, the only difference. I mean, there's a lot of similarities between, you know, nickel and safety. You know, so the only difference is really making the calls. You you know, and obviously coming down and fitting from a different spot on the field, which is different as well. So, you know, just trying to get comfortable with taking those reps, you know, and getting used to going back and forth.
How do you feel about the challenge of potentially playing multiple positions and switching back and forth constantly?
I love it. I love a challenge. You know, I did a little bit in college, you know, switching back and forth. You know, but like I said, you know, the coaches are going to do what's best and put me where they think I fit best within the defense. You know, and I trust them in doing that.
How many questions do you ask? To understand the mental work that you put into this, like how much more of the playbook did you have to learn from both safety and corner and OTAs? How did you approach kind of consuming that?
It's more about learning the techniques of each position, not as much the playbook. Because, like I said, I've been studying, you know, trying to learn all three positions. I think that helps any defensive player learning every single position on the field to make them better at their position that they start at. You know, but it's really just learning the different techniques and being out there and getting those reps at that position that'll help make me better at those.
So what's your offseason that much confidence in you to play all those positions that they want you on the field that often?
What'd you say?
How does it feel to know that the coaches and staff has that much confidence in you to want you on the field that much, playing all these different positions?
Yeah, it's great, you know, to know that, you know, but I got to be able to go out there and do that at a high level, and not let there be any letdown in our defense and the way we play on the field. You know, so I got to continue to prepare and you know, work at those different positions, you know, to be able to play at a high level.
How was your mind shift? How was your mind? You know, has it shifted being second year, young defense? You're a young guy, but still you're Super Bowl champion. How does Vic said evolution of the defense? So how does your mindset shift into year two?
I think it gives us all confidence that we're still playing in the same defense. You know, and we're able to play with more confidence and do different things within the defense and within different calls. You know, coming into year two. You know, I think that's for everybody. You know, we're gonna have to change things up. You know, because obviously you can't just do the same stuff that you did last year and expect to be successful and beat every single team. So we're gonna have to have new calls, new coverages. You know, but you know, still have our basics that we're really good at.
What's this offseason been like for you? I mean, I imagine your life's changed a lot in a year. How did you balance enjoying the success that you did have while also making sure, you know, you're prepared for this year?
Yeah, offseason's been crazy. You know, but I've tried to enjoy it, take in the moment. You know, but also understand that the past is the past, and you know, it's a new season now, and we got to move on. And I gotta be able to be better, you know, for this defense and for this team than I was last year to help us.
What's the coolest thing you did? Was there a moment where you're like, this is pretty surreal, I'm doing this?
I mean, I did a lot of cool things, crazy things. Saw some crazy people. I don't know if there's one thing, but there's a lot of cool things that I did.
My apologies. On that note, do you and Reed intend on continuing your podcast during the season? And if so, how do you think you'll be able to balance that and staying prepared with football?
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, obviously there's an off day every single week where we get off. But you know, we'll see if we continue it or not. Obviously we don't want it to get in the way of football and what we do on the field.
How long your dynamic between you and Reed on and off the field? There's a special relationship there. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, ever since I got in here, you know, he took me under his wing and you know, taught me everything I needed to know about this defense and helped guide me along as a rookie, whether it's on the field or off the field, taking care of my body, whatever it is. You know, so he's been there every step of the way. You know, he's been a great guy to get to know and, you know, build a relationship with.
How often are you covering the questions? Techniques, as you're talking about earlier with positions, is that position coaches? Is that things that you're doing on your own in the summer? Like how did you approach that?
Yeah, it's more, you know, being out there and getting the reps and watching it back on tape with the position coaches. It's more the techniques within the defense, really that I have to get down. You know, and that's more watching film and seeing myself do it, watching other guys do it, and talking it over with the coaches, you know, to help me, you know, be able to play those roles at a high level.
What do you make of AJ calling you all pro?
It's you know, it gives me something to strive and to work for. You know, we talked about that during OTAs. You know, he's going to be one that, you know, that pushes me every single day to make sure that I'm playing at a high level no matter the day. To work towards that, which is pretty cool coming from a guy who's been all pro, you know, multiple times.
It's the first time that he said it to you. Did you laugh? Did you think he was serious?
Yeah, I thought he was crazy. You know, but when he explained it to me, you know, he's trying to speak it into existence for me. You know, and that gives me something to work towards and come out and try and improve every single day out here.
Were those battles on the field, or is it like a lot of talking in the building?
Both, yeah. I'd say both. We don't match up a lot on the field. We will a few times, I'm sure.
Saw some handshake.
Yeah. But it's just competing. Whether we're in the weight room, OTAs, we're competing together in the weight room, or out on the football field. It's cool to have a guy like that who's played at a high level for a long time. Want to push a young guy like me and Q. So,
thanks, Coop.
How's everybody doing this afternoon?
Good. How are you?
Doing great.
Great, Jordan. How do you feel?
Feel great. Feel amazing, really. Just coming back, being with the guys, enjoying the moments that we have, building a new foundation for a new team. I couldn't ask for anything else.
What'd you change?
What happened?
What'd you change this all season?
Just putting in the work and being consistent at it. Like I said, like a continuation from the spring, continuation from the wintertime, understanding that my role is bigger and what's expected of me is greater. And so, obviously you have to change and adapt. And I'm just glad that I'm at this place right now and I can hit the ground running. And, fortunately, we got a great group of guys on the D-line and we all pushing each other and we all motivate each other. So I just want to be the best for the team and not only for the team, but for my brothers.
What results have you seen as a byproduct of losing some weight?
I'm sorry?
What results have you seen as a byproduct of trimming down?
I'll say living better, more energy, greater focus, conditioning wise on the field. I feel like, it takes me longer to really get tired or to really like feel that, that sun and everything. But, it's just kind of getting back into the swing of things and then also just adapting to my new body at this new weight and, just kind of feeling it out on the field and stuff like that. And that's not saying that like everything is completely different. I'm still the same Jordan Davis. I'm still going to be that anchor. I'm still going to be that same player. But knowing that with this new weight, I can do a lot more. I can move a lot more, like on passing reps. Like I'm going to be expected to ask of that. And, that's just what's been communicated with me from the top down. And honestly, I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. And I'm just ready to go.
As a follow-up to that, you mentioned that adaptation period. I guess what goes into trying to maintain that power aspect of your game while also trying to shed weight?
I would say the power never left. If anything, I felt like I got stronger over the offseason. That has been a big emphasis. Like, I don't want anybody to think that me being at my biggest is like, taken away from my strength or anything like that. My strength is always going to be there. I've always been big and strong, even at, lower weight and stuff like that. But now it's just more so about just being and feeling into my body. It's one thing to like jog around, run around, do a bike, in the off season to kind of stay in shape, but it's another thing to play football with that weight. So, just filling out the double teams. Cause Landon and Jordan is a low. So, when you got to go and get a double team like that, it's kind of like, all right, this is what I need to do. And it's causing me to be a little bit more technical as well because, at a lighter weight, you can't just bullshit around and be like, all right, like I'm 350, ain't gonna move me. But, it's just kind of like, all right, I got to be a little bit more technical. I got to get down. I got to make sure I stay down. My arms are locked out. My palms are facing the right way. Just little stuff like that. And, not saying that, it's just completely went in the back windshield in the past, but it's just a little bit more emphasized now.
How much did you lose?
I'll say about 26 to be exact, 26. I would say, should I get the specifics? I was 330, so 330 weighing in. So, they wanted me between the 30s, so 339 to 330. Came in at 330 and just trying to maintain a healthy weight with feeling great, feeling good. And it's really not even about the weight. As long as I stay in the 30s, I just want to be conditioned. I want to be out there. So, as long as it takes, then shoot, I'll stay in the 30s.
Remember the last time you weighed that?
College probably, yeah. Sophomore year.
Jordan,
What is it like to have so much fascination from the fans and us about your body?
It's a little crazy, but honestly, I'm glad that y'all see the progress. And obviously, Rome isn't built in a day. This has been a long time coming, not even just for football, but just for life. I wanted to make these changes because it's absolutely necessary, like cutting out the extra sugars, cutting out, the juice. You can't drink your calories. I'm starting to understand that and realize that and understand that how detrimental it is. I'm getting older. Like, I'm not able to just go out, run a couple miles, and then, the weight just sheds off me. It takes a little bit more effort to kind of get in that mode. So, it's just it's a lot of learning experience, and I'm grateful that it's taking this time to, just kind of perfect and get my good routine going and stuff like that. And honestly, like when I hit 25, everything just kind of clicked like that. And I know everybody makes a joke like frontal lobe developing and everything, but it's really true. Like when I turned 25, it just realized that it was necessary to make a change, not only for me, not only for, the Eagles, the team and stuff like that, but just for life. So, just doing that and being in the best shape of my life, just so I can provide for the team and be the best player that I can be, it's just what I had to do.
At the end of last year, you lost some weight, you started playing really well. I think you played some third down and playing more snaps. Did that kind of inspire what you did this offseason? You saw what was capable of your life?
Definitely. At the end of the season, definitely was a lot of work being put in that was behind the scenes. And obviously in the spring, y'all came back and y'all got a chance to see how I was progressing and stuff like that. And it's just a continuation of it all. Like, I don't ever want to be like, too light in a sense, but the weight that they gave me, I feel like I'm completely capable of that for playing both the anchor and being the pass rusher. And I just want to be like they say, quarterback. I just want to be a dual threat. So I don't want to be a one-trick pony. I don't want to be all that stuff. So I feel like it's going to be helpful for me to contribute to the team. So whatever I can do to do it.
What kind of workload do you think you can take now snap-wise? I mean, obviously Jalen's gone to a spot where he almost never comes off the field.
Right.
Where is there a happy medium for you there? What do you think your workload can be?
I can't really say specifics for sure, but I do want to be on the field as much as I can. And whatever's required or whatever's needed of me, I want to be on the field. I don't want to be a player that comes off every second and long, every third down and stuff like that. I want to be able to make those plays and, show the people what I'm capable of because, being a one-trick pony, being a run stopper, an anchor, that's cool and all, but I want to be able to do more. And whatever I can do, if I'm on the field longer, then I feel like I contribute more to the team.
Specifically in terms of pass rush moves.
Oh, y'all gonna have to rock, paper, scissors or something.
We'll do both.
All right, we'll do both.
In terms of pass rush moves, does this weight loss allow you to have more diversity in what you can do? Have you found
Definitely.
that?
It's just allowing my body to be more fluid, allowing myself to move a little faster, my get-offs a little faster, staying low, being in a position where your back doesn't hurt too much because, of that extra weight and stuff like that. It's just a lot more, I just feel a lot more in tune with my body. And, I can't give all my secrets away, but, it's just little stuff like that. And I definitely feel more comfortable at this weight than I did in the past with pass rushing.
Last one, John, are you thought that you like to play in snaps, percentage of snaps that Jalen Carter's playing, or how does that relationship with Vic, the trust be shown in you to give you more snaps with weight loss?
Right, so it's been communicated for me since the end of last year that they wanted me to play more snaps, especially with Milton gone. And, kudos to Milton, man, going out there and balling. But at the end of the day, we got to work with what we have. And, I don't want to be a guy that's just sitting on the shelf for third downs and sitting on the shelf for second and long. So I just want to go out there and provide and play, and however long that's needed, I just want to make sure that I'm ready in whatever's expected. So if I can just work out and keep going, then whatever's expected of me, I'll be out there.
All right, next we've got Quinyon.
Quinyon, you've been lining up on both sides of the field in camp this year. What's that been like for you, and are you excited about the possibility of maybe traveling with some guys this year?
Man, it's been good. Just working both sides since OTAs. I feel good, and whatever they ask of me, I'm gonna do it.
What are some of the bigger differences from moving from one side to the other in terms of technique? Are there certain things you had to pick up on?
Yeah, I don't really see any difference at all.
What experience do you have traveling with guys?
I did a little bit in college, but that was pretty much it.
What have you seen from Cooper's Dejean safety so far?
He's been moving around. Seen since college that he can play multiple positions, and feel like he's been doing a good job.
Do you feel responsibility with Slade on? I know it's only your second year, but to kind of be the #1 guy at corner this year?
I feel responsibility. I felt responsibility last year. I just feel like I'm just doing what they asked me to do and just play hard.
Did you think of the flag on the downfield play with AJ yesterday?
That was a flag.
They threw it, but AJ said he gave it to you.
But no, it was great competition. We've been competing these past 2 days, and it's been really good.
You obviously had a great rookie year. What can you do in your mind to be even better, and maybe even reflecting on college? How big a jump were there that you even only went through the years?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just learning more about the game. Becoming more knowledgeable and just getting better at my technique and fundamentals.
Quinyon, AJ yesterday told us that he took a personal responsibility to try and compete with you every day last year to help you get better, and said he's kind of like, because Coop wasn't in camp last year, hoping to do the same thing with him this year. How does his approach make you and Coop and other defensive backs better?
Yeah, it makes it so much better. Him and Devonta and all the other receivers just getting us better. But I think it's the other way around too. We want to make him better. He's going up against #1 receivers every week, so it's just iron sharpening iron.
You talked a lot last year about progressing your understanding of the system, maybe getting more freedom within your assignments as a result of that understanding. Do you feel like you're starting to get that into some?
Absolutely. I feel like I've been learning more about what other people are doing around me, like I said, like knowing where my help at, knowing what kind of leverage and what kind of technique I could play with. So just learn the overall defense.
What's it been like with Christian Parker in the room the last couple of days? Like, just still getting on you about a lot of the stuff?
Yeah, all the little things. He's going to coach you hard. I think the energy is up high in the room, and we just want to get better each and every day.
Even though Slay is not here anymore, do you guys still chat? Does he still give you some advice for this year?
Yeah, we almost talk almost every other day.
Any advice you want to share? Or?
No, we just chit chat. That's about it.
CD and I guess Mike had talked a little bit about how Guantanamo Bay is maybe premature, and CD said he's never been shut down. How much do you look forward to that rivalry? And it comes right off the shoe, right off week one.
Yeah, I'm just focused on July 24th, going back in there, recovering, and then fixing the mistakes from practice today.
Were you amused at all by what they were saying?
I really didn't pay no attention.
What is Adorie's personality like?
Yeah, I think he's a great leader. Funny. Laid back. Feel like I can count on him to ask him for advice and stuff like that, and I just feel like he's a great guy.
Can I ask you about two fellow other rookies that I'm imagining you don't get as many reps against, but Mike Anias and Johnny Wilson. Have you seen development in them from year 1 to 2, and what about them stands out to you?
I mean, what stands out is how they work. Anias and Johnny, I feel like they're hard workers. After practice, they on the jugs. They're working on their hand releases, working on catching balls from Jalen and them. So I feel like they progressing well, and I think they're great players.
Just working. I like it. I'll end up going out before you do. No, obviously, teams change every year. You got Josh left, Milt left. There's some more snaps to be had on the defensive line this year. Just how have you seen the competition amongst your peers and some of your teammates as you guys get into the dog days of camp?
Man, I'll just say we humble and hungry. That's all we could be as a young group, humble and hungry, and just go out here and work every day. That's why I'm just trying to lead by example and be a testament to that, and just go out there and work.
You're still relatively young in your career, but to be kind of the top edge guy in this group, is it kind of a surreal feeling for you?
No, not really. I'm humble, work every day, keep my head down and keep grinding, work with Coach Wash, and man, working against Lane, he get me better every day. Every day I see a different look, see something new, and he's a Hall of Fame tackle. Like, why wouldn't I take this opportunity?
Last summer you spent in California. How'd you spend this summer?
Oh, I've been back to Cali. I just got a group of people out there that I can trust with my rehab and my treatment, and I just, I get away from everybody. I get away from everything, get away from even my family, focus on my mental health. I read books. I swim laps in the pool and stuff like that, kind of what AJ did, except I don't post about it. It's really for me, and so I can be the best football player that I can be when I come back.
So this summer, how did you last year? What was it like to your stride last year? Do you feel like it just clicked in? Was it a natural feeling as you look back on it? When things really came together and you really started getting to the quarterback, as you knew you could?
No, I just say I just worked every day like I'm doing now and just keep my head down. If it happens, it happens. It's all in God's plan. I can't plan the future, just like they asked the question about the sacks the other day. I'm just trying to do my part, and I'm blessed whatever God give me.
You mentioned the leadership aspect of it. Nolan, Lane helps you on the field. How much did BG and Josh Sweat help you when it comes to taking over that mantle, being a leader of that room?
Man, I'm not trying to be a leader of the room. I lead by example. I work hard every day. I run to the ball and I do the right thing, and that's all I ever did. And if you choose to follow me, you're choosing the right thing. If you choose to don't, I'm not. I can only bring so many people with me, but I'm just a leader by example.
And the reflection that you did over the summer, what did you notice that helped you grow, or that? Where did you kind of move?
Man, I'm still in Coach Smart words, man. Get bigger, faster, stronger every year. I try to come in a little bit heavier. Obviously, I got to build my repertoire up for my arm and just keep working my arm and just keep working this.
How much better can you get? How much better do you think you can get in year 3? You took a big step, obviously, last year. How much more?
Man, I don't want to say too much because yesterday they twisted my words and made it seem like I was trying to go out here and get 35 sacks by myself. But I just try to get better every day. I mean, I just get 1% better every day. If I get 1% better every day, then I'm good. I did 1% today. I did minus 1% yesterday, so now I'm even.
What's the story behind the fresh cut?
Oh, man, I just wanted to just clean up, man. Just clean up. That's really about it. Just a different look. Just wanted to look more presentable. That's about it.
What do you think of how Jordan Davis looks out there? He says he lost 26 pounds and how that's helping him out there.
Oh, big dog moving. Big dog moving. He doing more reps than me right now, man. He is rolling. I love to see his weight. I love to see his attitude. I love to see his effort. We 100% feed off each other, but when I look at him and he not tired, I be like, ain't no way, let me tighten up. Like, let me get going, man. But he looked good. He has a great weight on him, and he's showing for us to pass him out a little bit.
Why do you think you're 1% this year?
Oh, about minus 1%?
Mm-hmm. Minus 1%, sorry.
I just felt like I had a bad day. It's days like that, especially when you're going against an all-pro tackle. You just got to keep your head down and work. And you know, I got to keep stacking days. And the day wasn't even perfect for me neither. So I just got to keep going, keep my head down, and just keep working.
You talked about being hungry. You've won 3 championships in 4 football seasons. How do you stay hungry and process that success at the same time?
Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. Just keep your head down. Worry about the next thing. Play the next play. Play the next year. Last year is gone. I can't do nothing about last year. I only can focus on this year, my forward goals, and God bless me with the forward mindset and the patience to do that. I pray for it every day. Pray for patience and wisdom.
What's the most meaningful book you read this summer?
Self-resilience, 7 Steps of Self-Resilience. I just brought this back in the locker room right now, so just to read it again, just because yesterday was bad, the day was bad. I'm just trying to build days and just keep telling myself to be resilient. Rome wasn't built in a day. You got to build it brick by brick, little by little.
What have you noticed about Jalen, like how much better he's gotten?
Ooh, that boy gonna be the best thing since sliced bread, for real. Boy, that boy good. I just try to tell him keep his head down and keep working. And if he need anything from me, I give it to him. Like Hassan did it for me, Sweat did it for me. So anything that they need from me, man, I'm giving it to the group. Like I'm not one of those guys walking in there beating my chest like I'm a vet and all that, because I'm not. I'm here to learn from them, and they're also here to teach me things, and we learn together and we build together. The strength of the number is the pack, and the pack of the strength is the numbers.
It seemed like you two got close last year. You were always around each other. Was that kind of a natural thing, or was that part of your plan?
Oh, it wasn't my plan. It was God's plan, man. We just hung around, and you can't put anything what God can do. Like we even closer than last year. Like we just sit down and work and do stuff like that, and just talk after practice. What he see, what he could do different. How can I help him? How can he help me? Like today, I told him, man, you ain't talked to me today, man. I was bending down a little bit today. You ain't said a word to me. He said, I got you tomorrow. So just little things like that, like to let him know, bro. Like you push me and I push you. That's how I go in football. Iron sharpens iron.
What are you seeing from Jay Licks that makes you go, he's going to be the best thing since sliced bread?
You ain't never heard that, huh?
No, it's just an expression.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just his work ethic, his attitude, and his God-gifted ability, his talent, and he hungry and he work and he notice his mistakes. Like that's what make good players. Like you never have a good day. You notice your mistakes, you fix your mistakes, you correct them quick. So
what do you see in Jahan Campbell that could make him a good rusher?
Man, he electrifying. He really remind me of myself if I play inside linebacker. But yeah, he just electrifying, and man, he got a quick step, he got good jabs, he got good hands. Typical SEC inside linebackers, man. We blitzed them guys, and I watched him play, and I was 100% happy with it when he came here.
You mentioned that bigger, stronger, faster mentality from Kirby in your triceps. Was there frustration at all to get that resiliency back at all?
Man, it's frustration, and it's not at nobody else other than myself. Internal. It's an internal beast that I got to calm down, because I got a standard for myself that what I set. And I play this game when my mama look at me at the end of the day. Another man shouldn't keep his hands on me. Another man shouldn't put me on the ground. And she gonna call me after every game and tell me that, why you let that boy push you on the ground? I may have 15 sacks. She gonna call me and say, why you let that boy push you on the ground? So I just hold myself to that standard.
The 7 steps of self-resilience, is that something that was recommended to you? Is it something you...
No, I go to Barnes & Nobles and just walk around and buy books. I buy books that relate to me, help my journey, help my life. I just brought an athletic devotion book. I want to become closer with God. I'm a Southern man in the North, and when I go to L.A., it's just shocking to me. Like, you don't even see churches and stuff out there, so I got to, build my religion on my own.
It ain't no doggone tomorrow, fellas. What are you going to bring to the doggone church? Are you going to bust somebody in their mouth? Are you going to do your doggone job? Are you going to pray from your doggone chest? Are you going to pray from your heart and get everything you doggone got? Because I'm going to do that. They don't respect us. They don't know about our heart, man. That thing is beating your doggone chest right now.